10 years ago, our next Hall of Famer was the All-Star MVP, and we thought we'd get a chance to watch him for a whole lot longer than we did. Unfortunately, injury to the retina in his eye prevented his career from being even greater. But boy, it was a great one as it was. Let's welcome back Kirby Puckett. 10 straight All-Star teams, 6 times the Gold Glove winner, and wound up a .318 average for his career with 200 home runs. Kirby Puckett, great to have you back, Kirby. Kirby won 6 Gold Gloves. Our next Hall of Famer won 10. And Sparky said it about as well as you could. There was nobody better behind the plate. He's a leader. He's a great defensive player, a great offensive player. Let's welcome back JB, Johnny Bench. Number 5, played for 17 years, 68 Rookie of the Year, 2-time MVP. And he caught 100 games, 13 straight years. 13 straight, 100 games. And he's still walking pretty good. JB finished with 389 career home runs, and we've got some great home run catchers that are gathered here this weekend. We'll talk more about them as the day progresses. Our next Hall of Famer wound up with 465 by the time he finished. He's a great baseball player. He could have been a great football player. He could have been a great basketball player in the pros. Fortunately for us, he chose baseball. Let's welcome back Winnie, Dave Winfield. 7 times a Gold Glove winner, 12 times an All-Star, 22 years in Major League Baseball, Dave Winfield. Here's the numbers for you: 72, 77, 80, and 82. Now, don't play those numbers in the lottery. Those are the years that this man won the Cy Young Award. 4 of them. They called him Lefty. Steve Carlton. Number 32, 6 times a 20-game winner, 329 victories, and over 4,000 strikeouts, Steve Carlton. 40 years ago, 1963, our next Hall of Famer was the All-Star MVP. Whenever the light was on, whenever the pressure was on, he played his best. Who is the greatest player of all time? I don't think any one of us can answer that question. But who is the most exciting player that any one of us ever saw patrol center field wearing number 24 on his back? The say-hey kid, Willie Mays. Rookie of the Year in 51, 2-time MVP, 11 gold, 24 All-Star appearances, 660 home runs. Willie played 24 All-Star games. Our next Hall of Famer played for 24 years. And when it was all over, he had 300 victories, yes. And he had people swinging at everything and anything to try to catch up to his knuckleball. You couldn't, because number 35 had one of the best knuckleballs of all time. Let's welcome back Phil Niekro. 5-time All-Star. 30 years ago, pitched a no-hitter against San Diego. 45 shutouts and 49 shutout losses. Great competitor, Phil Niekro. Knucksy pitched in 3 different decades. Our next Hall of Famer won batting titles in 3 decades. No one's ever done that. And again, no one ever hit like this guy. From the Kansas City Royals, George Brett. 1976, 1980, 1990. 12 times an All-Star. Those were his 3 years for a batting title. George Brett. George was one of the best pure hitters of all time. Our next Hall of Famer was one of the greatest base stealers of all time. What a great combination of power and speed. And still to this day, he's honored with the base stealing title in the National League named in his honor. Let's welcome back Lou Brock of the St. Louis Cardinals. 938 stolen bases, led the National League 8 times. No one has more than his 14 World Series stolen bases. No one has more stolen bases than Lou, and no one ever did what this guy did. He was the first, the man to win a World Series championship in the National League with Cincinnati, in the American League with Detroit. His name says it all. He's the spark of baseball, Sparky Anderson. 2,194 wins, number 3 all-time. 26 years with Cincinnati and Detroit. Sparky Anderson. Let's go back, hard to believe, 40 years. One of the greatest games that anyone who was there would ever see. A 1-0, 16-inning ball game. Warren Spahn, Juan Marichal, 0-0 into the 16, before that guy hits a home run off Spahny, and he got a win for our next Hall of Famer. Number 27, Juan Marichal. 243 wins, 6 times 20 victories. 40 years ago, pitched a no-hitter against Houston and a 10-time All-Star. The Dominican dandy, Juan Marichal. All our next Hall of Famer ever wanted to do was play second base for the St. Louis Cardinals, his hometown team. He never got there, but boy, did he provide a lot of joy for all of us, because he was one of the greatest managers of all time. He managed those Oriole teams of Eddie Murray. Let's welcome back Earl Weaver. 17 years, won over 1,400 games, 6 AL East titles, 4 pennants, and a 1970 World Series championship. The Earl of Baltimore, Earl Weaver. Earl didn't make it as a second baseman, but our next Hall of Famer sure did. Dazzlin' Maz, Bill Mazeroski from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Came up at the age of 19, won a Gold Glove 2 years later, an 8-time Gold Glove winner. Led the National League in assists 9 times. No one ever turned a double play faster than Maz. Bill Mazeroski. From one great second baseman to another, hard to believe this guy's still wearing a uniform 59 years after he put one on. One of the greatest St. Louis Cardinals, one of the greatest men that we'll honor in baseball, the redhead Red Schoendienst. 6 times led the National League second baseman in fielding percentage. A great manager and a great coach too, Red Schoendienst. Our next Hall of Famer, what a swing. The sweet swing. The sweet swinger from Whistler, Alabama, Billy Williams. Number 26 was the 1961 Rookie of the Year. 1972, he won the battle title. 6-time All-Star and over 400 home runs. Billy Williams from Mobile. Billy was a 6-time All-Star. Our next Hall of Famer was a 12-time All-Star. No one ever combined offense and defense in a more perfect way at third base. You talk about baseball, you talk about the greats, you talk about this man. Let's welcome back from the Philadelphia Phillies, Mike Schmidt. Sporting News named him the player of the 80s, and rightly so. 3-time MVP, 10 Gold Gloves, and over 500 home runs. Mike Schmidt, Schmitty. Schmitty was a big home run hitter. This guy didn't hit a lot of home runs, but he beat you in every other way you could imagine. One of the greatest pure hitters of all time, Rodney Carew. Number 29, won 7 batting titles, hit over 315 times, was the Rookie of the Year in '67, the MVP in '77. Our next Hall of Famer could beat you with his bat too, but usually it was his right arm that beat you, because that right arm was terrific. In fact, we just called him Tom Terrific. Number 41 from the Mets. Number 41 from the Reds. Number 41 for all of us. 3 Cy Young Awards, including one 30 years ago. 10 straight years of 200 strikeouts. Tom Seaver.